The hum of machines filled the room. For 12 long years it was the soundtrack to Michael's slumber. 12 years since that fateful night, the car crash that stole his senior year and trapped him in a silent world. Doctors had grim prognoses: minimal brain activity, slim to no chance of recovery, a life suspended. Then it happened. A twitch, a fluttering eyelid. Nurses, initially disbelieving, rushed to his side. His eyes, windows to a soul thought lost, slowly opened. The room, usually filled only with the sterile symphony of medical equipment, erupted in a cacophony of gasps and frantic calls. Michael was awake. The news spread like wildfire. From the hospital corridors to the quiet cul-de-sac where his family resided, whispers turned to shouts of disbelief, and then, finally, to tears of joy. After 12 long years, Michael, the boy who had fallen silent, had found his voice again. Doctors were baffled. Medically speaking, Michael's awakening was inexplicable. His brain activity, stagnant for over a decade, had suddenly roared back to life. He was a medical marvel, a testament to the unpredictable nature of the human body. The how and why remained a mystery, but one thing was certain. Michael was awake. His recovery was slow, arduous. Muscles, atrophied from years of disuse, needed to be retrained. Speech, once effortless, came in hesitant stutters. Yet with each passing day, he grew stronger, the fog of coma slowly receding to reveal the young man he once was. Through it all, his family remained by his side. His mother, her face etched with years of worry now softened by a tentative hope, never left his side. His father, the strong stoic figure now prone to unexpected breakdowns, clung to every small victory. Their love, unwavering through the darkness, had finally been rewarded. The community rallied around the family, their collective strength forming a protective shield of love and support. Neighbors, friends, even strangers touched by Michael's story, offered their support in countless ways, each act of kindness a thread in the fabric of hope. Meals appeared on their doorstep, the house filled with the comforting aromas of home cooking. Each dish was a silent message of care and solidarity. Cards and letters overflowing with well wishes and prayers piled up on the coffee table. Every word written was a beacon of hope, a whisper of encouragement. The weight of their collective hope seemed to buoy Michael's spirits, lifting him from the depths of despair. He smiled, a shaky, tentative thing at first, but genuine nonetheless. It was a smile that spoke volumes, a testament to his inner strength. He began to recognize familiar faces, his eyes lighting up with a spark of recognition. Each moment of clarity was a small victory, celebrated with joy. Words, though halting and slurred, tumbled from his lips, each syllable a victory celebrated with tears and laughter. His voice, though weak, carried the strength of his spirit. He was a symbol of resilience, a beacon of hope in a world often shrouded in darkness. His determination inspired everyone around him. His story resonated with people, reminding them of the fragility of life and the enduring power of the human spirit. It was a story that touched hearts and ignited hope. His awakening was more than a medical anomaly. It was a testament to the power of faith, love, and the unyielding belief in miracles. It was a moment that reaffirmed the beauty of life and the strength of the human connection. Then came the question that silenced the room, that sent a chill down everyone's spine. It was as if time itself had stopped, and the air grew thick with tension. It was a question uttered in a voice still thick with sleep, yet filled with an urgency that couldn't be ignored. The kind of urgency that comes from deep within, from a place of unresolved longing. A question that would unravel a mystery 12 years in the making. 12 long years of unanswered questions and lingering doubts. "Where's Sarah?" he rasped, his brow furrowed in confusion. Sarah, his high school sweetheart, his constant companion. The girl who had promised to wait for him, to visit him every day while he was in the coma. She had been his beacon of hope, his anchor in a sea of uncertainty. The girl who had vanished without a trace just weeks after the accident. Her disappearance had left a void that no one could fill. The question hung in the air, heavy with unspoken truths and long-buried secrets, secrets that had festered in the dark corners of their minds. His parents exchanged uneasy glances, their faces pale. They had hoped this day would never come. The room, once abuzz with excitement, grew still, the weight of the question pressing down on everyone. The silence broken only by the rhythmic beeping of the heart monitor, each beep a reminder of the life that had been put on hold. Michael's question had unearthed a past they had desperately tried to bury, a past filled with pain and unanswered questions, a truth they were now forced to confront, the truth about Sarah, and the mystery that had haunted them for 12 long years. The world Michael woke up to was vastly different from the one he left behind. Cell phones were no longer clunky devices but sleek extensions of ourselves. Social media connected people across continents for better or for worse. Self-driving cars, once the stuff of science fiction, navigated the streets. But the most profound changes were personal. His friends, once carefree teenagers, were now adults with families of their own. His younger brother, a lanky middle schooler at the time of the accident, was now a towering young man. Time, relentless and unforgiving, had marched on without him. Yet, amidst the disorientation and the bittersweet realization of all he had missed, there was a glimmer of wonder in his eyes. He embraced the new technology with the enthusiasm of a child on Christmas morning. He listened with rapt attention as his friends recounted stories of their lives, their triumphs, and their heartbreaks. Section 6. Picking up the pieces. Life after the coma wasn't easy. The physical therapy was grueling, the emotional toll immeasurable. There were days when despair threatened to consume him, when the memories of a life stolen were too painful to bear. But Michael persevered. He drew strength from the love of his family, the unwavering support of his friends, and the well wishes of strangers who had been touched by his story. He learned to adapt to his new reality, to navigate a world that had moved on without him. He found solace in music, his fingers rediscovering the familiar chords on his old guitar. He devoured books, losing himself in fantastical worlds and historical sagas, eager to make up for lost time. He discovered a passion for photography, capturing the world around him with a fresh perspective, his lens framing the beauty he had almost forgotten. Section 7. The Search for Sarah. The question of Sarah lingered, a shadow cast over his recovery. He learned of her disappearance, the lack of leads, the case that had long gone cold. The police had investigated, of course, but with no evidence, no witnesses, the trail had gone cold. She was simply gone. Haunted by the memory of their last moments together, Michael vowed to find out what had happened to her. He refused to believe she had simply abandoned him. Their bond, forged in the crucible of adolescence, ran too deep for that. He spent hours poring over old yearbooks, revisiting their favorite haunts, hoping for a clue, a whisper, anything that could lead him to her. He contacted old classmates, reached out to her family, desperate for answers. His search for Sarah became an obsession, a lifeline in a sea of uncertainty. Section 8. A Love That Time Couldn't Erase. As Michael delved deeper into his investigation, he uncovered a side of Sarah that had remained hidden from everyone, even those closest to her. He learned of her dreams, her aspirations, the things she held dear to her heart. He discovered the secret fears she had shared with no one else, the worries that kept her up at night. He discovered a strength and a resilience he had never imagined, a determination that was unyielding. Her spirit shone even brighter in the face of adversity, a beacon of hope and courage. He clung to these discoveries, fueling his determination to find her, to bring her back. He refused to let her memory fade, to let the world forget the vibrant, loving young woman she had been. He spoke of her often, ensuring her legacy lived on, sharing stories of her kindness and her laughter. He carried her with him, in his heart, in his thoughts, in every step he took. His relentless pursuit of the truth became his mission, his purpose. His love for Sarah, thought lost in the abyss of Coma, had reawakened with a ferocity that surprised even him. It was a love untainted by time, pure and unwavering. Undimmed by the years of separation, it remained as strong as ever. It was a love that fueled his hope, that gave him the strength to face each day. Each morning he rose with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to continue his search. He believed that someday, somehow, they would be reunited, and that belief kept him going. Section 9. A Future Rewritten. Michael's story became a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit. His journey, from the depths of Coma to the relentless pursuit of truth, resonated with people around the world. He taught them about resilience, about the importance of cherishing every moment, about the unbreakable bonds of love and family. His future, once shrouded in uncertainty, now held the promise of something extraordinary. He had been given a second chance, a chance to rewrite his story, to honor Sarah's memory, and to embrace the incredible gift of life. The mystery of Sarah's disappearance remained, a haunting echo in the silence of her absence. But Michael refused to give up hope. He knew in his heart that the truth was out there waiting to be discovered, and he would find it, for Sarah, for himself, for the love that even time couldn't erase.